Hi friend! I was gonna do Freeform Friday and just talk, but that terrified me. So instead I'm gonna do my top 5 next up books. So yeah, cool. Okay. These are in no order, because I feel like I can't rate books that I haven't read yet. Feels rude, judging by its cover, if you would. First up, this is actually one of the ones that you gave me. It's The Looking Glass Wars, and I'm not going to do authors' names anymore since apparently I can't pronounce Marie. I think it's Marie Lou, not Mary. Thanks, Mom. So yes, this seems to be like a steampunky Alice in Wonderland, and it has a 3.89 review on Goodreads. Thank you, Goodreads. So that is first up. It's in my purse to be read. Miseducation of Cameron Post, which I keep going back and forth. On Goodreads, it has a 4.00, so I do typically buy things if it has a 4 or higher. So I'm hoping it's good. I'm worried because it can totally go down the cheesy YA fiction, but basically she realizes she likes girls and then her parents die, and then she moves to her aunt's house, and her aunt finds out, so she tries to make her not gay, essentially. I'm not really sure. I'm worried it's going to have a cheesy Be Who You Are ending. I'm really worried about that. Next is Death in the Virgin Queen. I want to read more nonfiction. P.S. This is the Dewey Decimal System because I do organize my nonfiction. It's just easier, okay? It's great. The Dewey Decimal System was created for a reason, and I intend to use it. People Who Eat Darkness. It's about this girl who disappears, and the only clue that the police have, it's nonfiction, by the way, the only clue that they have is a sketchy voicemail that she sent to a friend saying she was joining a cult. And then they're like, the truth would prove much darker. Ow, I just hit myself. But it sounds really interesting. I'm not sure this is a sit in one go. I'm worried it's going to be dry. The final selection on my top 5 2014 next up picks is a book called Eleanor and Park, which I actually saw in a bookstore. My sister said that I should buy it because it's currently really popular, and I was like, no, I've never heard of it. And now I want to read it really badly. It's stirring up some controversy because parents find the language to be obscene, which takes place because there is not only bullying but also an abusive household. But the author kind of struck up a good point. She was saying that teens need books like that, and I agree. Like, I think that's why The Fault in Our Stars is so popular. Not necessarily everyone can relate to having cancer at such a young age, but I think that people can relate to it because it's not the perfect MTV high school where everyone looks cute and matches all the time, because I never could. And I feel like everyone should be awkward in high school. It's high school, that's when you're awkward and awful, and then you find pictures of yourself from high school and want to puke. I feel like I like books more when I can relate to them, be it the characters or the situations or whatever is in the book that I feel like I can relate to, and I feel like that's why I enjoy books like The Fault in Our Stars, because the people are not perfect. And sometimes it's difficult to relate to something where, like, everyone is always just in love and, like, perfect. And I think that's why we need books like that. We need books that show that you're not going to be perfect, and that's totally fine, and life is still going to go on, and it's worth it. And I think that is why I will like Eleanor and Park. Also, it was on Book Riot, and I like Book Riot. Okay, so according to boardgames.about.com, ace is high. So the tenor is yours. I just did that. Next card. 9 of Diamonds. Shine bright like a diamond.